So this right here is Glonk, and he's a hungry little boy. So we just collect these little red bits and feed him, which gives him a little bit of life, but his life is also slowly draining away, so we're gonna need to feed him a lot. But once we do that, he actually levels up, and he starts giving us coins. Now he has a purpose in life. Although the longer this goes on, the more damage he's taking, and so our little feeding operation here is not doing enough to keep him alive. And he is not looking great. And there he goes. Tragic. But at least he gave us 4 coins out of it. And we can use those coins to upgrade. Like feeding Glonk 25% faster. So when it's this early stage, it should be relatively simple to keep him alive. As long as the bits spawn in a little bit faster. But it also means that he can start generating coins for us a lot sooner. So we should earn more. So we get ourselves up to 6 coins. And that might be it. Oh, we actually got 7. Good job, Glonk. And we can also have the bits spawn a little faster, and there's this one up here where we can restore more HP when feeding him. So we'll just collect a few in a row, and we can actually top up his health. Excellent. And there's a lot more bits spawning around, so we can keep a steady supply for little Glonk here. And even in the second stage of damage, we're still able to top him up, but I think now is when it starts being a net negative. Ever so slightly slowing it down though, so we should get more out of it. Okay, we're in the last stages of damage, surprisingly, but there he goes. And this upgrade here costs a whatever that is, but it lets him grow even bigger, so we need to make sure he stays alive longer. So probably feeding him faster, and then having it regenerate more health. I think the little bits that are spawning quickly enough that we don't need to worry about that right now, because we're still able to keep it topped up. So to make the most out of it, we could probably wait till he ticks down a little bit and then start feeding him. But that's gonna get dangerous at this point because now it's at the 3rd stage and we're about to enter the 4th, which is getting a little warped and weird. But I think if we survive this stage, then we'll get that weird purple point. Although this is taking a lot to keep him topped up and it's just not enough. So let's have those bits spawn a little faster then. So that way we don't need to wait as long for us to get a good amount of bits stored up. And there's gonna be a lot of bits just floating in one area, so we don't need to search extra long to get a topped up supply either. We can only carry like 5 at a time, but some of the bits are just floating right by Glonk, so that makes it easy to collect them. And now we're in the last stage. Just keep eating, buddy. Just keep eating and then topping up the health a little bit. Oh man, this is ticking down so fast. Sorry, Glonk. But now we can actually have them restore the most that they can, at least at this stage, and then feed even faster. And his health actually doesn't tick down all that fast at this first stage. But let's get him to the next level of growing right away so we can start earning more money. And we're able to top him up now in like 2 bits of feeding. Of course, things don't really matter until we get to the 4th stage, but we are able to top him up. Come on, keep eating, buddy. Keep eating, buddy. Just gotta last a little bit longer. Just gotta quickly fly out, get the bits. The bar is almost full. Keep it going. Oh, we got it. Look at how happy he is, generating so much money. And we got a little, oh, it's like a trophy. I thought he was gonna turn colors, but that's fine because we can use that. And let's just top up this node down here. So all of these nodes are maxed out, and then we can come over here and get Glonk even bigger. And then of course these next couple of upgrades are a lot more expensive. So we get to start at the next level. Woo, background changed, but that means we get more money generated. Although that also means more damage taken. So hopefully the bits generate just as quickly as before, and it's already taken quite a bit more work to keep him alive. But there he is at the 2nd level, and we're starting to build experience to the 3rd level. And it seems like there thankfully are still a bunch of bits. Although, yeah, that health is going down insanely quickly, but I want to see a next level Glonk here. Whoop, hold on. One more, and oh, it topped up his health. Look at how big he is. Such a growing boy, but also a dying boy. At least we got enough for 1 level up, so we should probably put those towards a faster spawn rate. Because I don't know if they slow down, but we definitely need more bits to keep him alive. And thankfully his health tops up when he does grow up, so it's not really a concern until he's at this full stage and just pumping out buckets of money. But man, oh man, if we're not feeding him, he quickly goes away. So we should definitely be feeding him quicker. Oh, no way, we can add another Glonk? But that needs a lot of money. So we're gonna need to feed this guy a whole bunch. But that is already so much faster. And the money itself doesn't go away, does it? So we can just leave it there while we work on feeding him. It looks like it automatically collects, so good. We can just focus on keeping this guy alive. And feeding faster is definitely working to do that. Plus the little bits floating by him means that we can just keep up the feeding frenzy. Although, wow, As much as we get back, it all goes away. But now we do have enough to hold another bit, but before that, I think we need to restore more HP here. Oh, so we can heal another Glonk when feeding a Glonk. Friend, but that also needs a lot of money. So let's put both of these upgrades into HP. So just one little bit feeds him all the way to full. I certainly hope there's an upgrade to give him more experience when feeding him, but look at how quickly he regenerates health now, staying very topped up. Hopefully the 4th stage doesn't just immediately nuke all of his health. Okay, this is the 4th stage, so we just gotta survive this, but yeah, that's not happening. Thankfully, we're getting 50 coins or more reliably, so we can grab this upgrade to hold more bits at once, and then have them spawn quicker to match, so we can hold up to 6 little bits. Ooh, and there's a lot of bits that are just floating right there, right in front of Glonk's face. Too bad he can't just be like Kirby and vacuum them all in with his mouth open like that. But there are certainly a lot more bits floating around, so we do not have to go very far from Glonk at all. Or at least sometimes, and now we're in the last stage, so is this enough? It definitely isn't. I think what he needs is quicker feeding time. And that, what the? Who are you? Oh, we can feed you as well, and then you spit out even more money, wow. I was not sure what I was hearing there. But there's a jogger Glonk that runs across the screen? I guess you're not so lonely after all, buddy. And he visits again? Wow. Have some of that, buddy, but we definitely can't focus on him either because little Glonk needs food. Not sure what that other guy's deal is, but we're actually feeding Glonk quickly enough that as long as the bits keep coming in, well, never mind. Not quick enough, but we did get 228 coins out of that. That jogger did a lot for us. We can actually get another Glonk. Yeah, add him in there. Oh, and then we can just yoink him.
Actually yoinking.
But he definitely needs to be fed quicker. And look at that, we got 2 Glonks that are on complete ends of the screen. Hopefully I don't need to keep both of them alive and just one will do. But we can focus on one until he's leveled up and then get the other one because health maxes out. And if they're feeding quickly enough, then we can quickly bounce between the 2 to keep them both satiated as much as possible. And as long as the bits keep flowing between them, then this will be very easy. It's like express delivery, straight to the mouth hole. So that one's at the 3rd level, and so is this one. Even more money made. As long as we keep them both alive, but they both tick down very quickly. My goodness. Can Glonk get like a health upgrade? We're at the 4th stage. I feel like we gotta focus on just one here. Sorry, Glonk number 2, whoop, or number 1. Well, the good news here is we have enough where feeding one Glonk heals another one. Oh, and thankfully they're right next to each other this time. Good. But feeding only gives experience to one little Glonk, so I guess we do have to feed the 2nd child sometimes. Is this what it feels like when people have more than one Tamagotchi? Well, at least now that you're level 3, that we can just focus on healing one, and it looks like it is like a 1-to-1 rate. At least at this point, which we only really have to worry about once we're at the right now stage. And oh, they just both die at once, oh my goodness. We definitely need more healing going on, but is it that it's not quick enough or that's not healing enough? I think it's that's not healing enough. So we'll put both into this, and then we can put one more into the spawn rate. Oh, and they're actually like directly next to each other. I think for right now, we can focus on just getting one to level 3, and then the other one can follow right after. So we can get the most amount of money from one Glonk sooner. Who's the favorite? Whichever one lives longer. But I think this is working. We're at the final stage and we're actually able to keep them kind of topped up. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Once the bits run out, they go down so quickly. Oh yikes, just stay alive. Quick little darts in and out to get bits, and I think we got it. Yes! Look at those happy little guys. Oh, and green coins. Are those worth more? What was that about? But we got 148 at the end of that. Not our most because the jogger didn't run by again, but that's another purple point. Hey, and we got a new hat. We're gonna have King Glonk now. Oh, look at the little guy. He's adorable. And now we can get Glonk even bigger. And we can max out the amount of HP restored from feeding him at this node. Ooh. Oh, perfect, more HP, that's what I wanted. And faster feeding. So now at level 3, we get 4 times the amount of money, but Glonk takes 11 times the amount of damage. They might be in for a rough time, but at least they get fed really quickly. Can we get at least one to maximum level? I wanna see this. Not really sure if this is the best strategy money-wise, but whoop, hold on, one almost died. Okay, they're good. We got a level 3 Glonk now. And there's more of those green coins. Are those just worth more? I think they're worth more. Almost there, and there we go. A big old Glonk with a unibrow. Whoa, and his mouth gets super big. Oh my goodness. You could fall into that if you're not careful. Whoop, and he goes away. Because we actually made it to stage 4 on the first go around. That was kind of surprising. 240 monies from there, which are not given. Maybe we do have to collect them. But we can actually get a third little Glonk here. Hopefully he's not so far removed from the others that we can't really help him, but it looks like he isn't, and the jogger's actually running by really early. Wow, but we gotta make sure the Glonks get fed. But that's a lot of money just from him running by once? Is it like an RG thing, or every like couple of times is guaranteed to have a runner? But I think we definitely need more bit spawning. And there goes one. They're not dying from family disputes, they're literally just dying from malnutrition. But we're at the 4th stage already, and my goodness, their health goes down fast. But 352 in a single round, that's a new record. And just because I want it, we're gonna get the ability to yoink Glonk around a little bit. And maybe hold more bits, but we also need more spawn rate. More spawn rate, I think. So we can just take all of them and move them directly in a circle. Or... Feeding is important. And I think if we feed the lowest level one, then the other ones can heal up the most efficiently. But also, it looks like it just goes to one or the other, not healing both. And there goes the largest one, because I think the other one was getting healed. But since there's only 2 now, it should be easier to keep both of them alive. But now we just gotta dial in on one. Or none. Yeah, they definitely need more HP. And we can max out the bit spawn rate here, which of course unlocks another one. I wonder if the better strategy is just to have Glonks on the corners of the screen so that there's always bits by them. Maybe we can try that. Shove you over there, put them all in timeout. I think this is working, because we can just go from one to the other, collect the bits on the way, and then feed them. And get you leveled up again. And we inevitably lose one, but now we have more level 3 Glonks, and they just quickly die at stage 4. So I think if we level up here, then both of them can get healed at once. Both of the other Glonks, that is. It's hard to watch them all to see if that's actually the case, but I think it is. But I really wanna, well, we're down to 1, so we can just focus on him. I was gonna say, really wanna see a level 4 Glonk again, just because that's gonna be so much money. But also, oh, he leveled up just in time, but also it didn't last that long. So let's max out his feeding speed on this one, which of course unlocks another one, but we can also carry more bits at a time. A little bit more. So we can hold 3 more bits, up to, I think that's 8. And that faster feeding speed is already super good. Of course, the bits don't come in groups of 8, so we do have to move around a little bit more to collect that many. But when their paths do cross, that does work better, it looks like. Now we got 3 level 3 Glonks. This is working better, although they are getting malnourished a lot faster now too. And it's the 4th stage, so it doesn't matter. It all goes downhill so quickly. But we'll just keep giving them more HP, and then max out the amount of bits that we can hold here. Ooh, and then we can start to upgrade to hold 2 more per upgrade. That might be okay for what we need. There's the runner again. Can't really focus on him, but I guess we can feed him a little bit. Maybe he only needs a little bit to pump out money, because he just started doing that the whole way out. Maybe that's got something to do with, like, you know, you shouldn't eat right before running because, you know, things happen. But we also probably shouldn't ask where the money comes from. At least now we have 400 coins, so we can actually start to get some more HP regeneration upgrades. We're definitely feeding them quicker than the health goes down. It's just a matter of how much it goes down. Would also like a larger pickup radius for these bits, I must say. But so far, we are able to keep all 3 Glonks going into the last stage, but we gotta focus on, wow, that's so fast. More HP when feeding. Oh, we can use a Glonk to push around a Glonk. That's kind of fun. But there certainly is a lot more money being generated. Having 3 of them, it's just a matter of getting them leveled up soon enough. All right, we're at level 4. Time to dial in on 1, which I think we're able to do here. He's actually at the next level. Come on, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Oh, yes! Big old Glonk for the win, with a nice amount of money at the end of it. Hey, and a new hat, cool. So the Glonks can get even bigger. I don't know if we're gonna see those. Oh my gosh, this guy is struggling. Make him too big. Let's take a look at his hat though, just pineapple on a Glonk. And also, what's going on over here? And how do I get more hats? not getting as many as I would like, plus the crown is best. But let's restore even more HP when feeding because the area that we're about to go into is doing 30 times damage, even if we're getting 8 times the amount of money. Hopefully there's a lot of bits, and they're about to die in the first stage here. My goodness. Have you considered not starving to death? Does that ever cross your mind? Didn't cross his mind or your mind. So we're focusing on one. We're not even at the 3rd stage of damage yet. At least we're feeding this one quick enough to keep him alive, but oh my gosh, that's his entire health bar in one tick. Maybe we gotta keep these guys grouped up in this stage, but it's just really hard to tell who's worth keeping because they really die fast on their own. So they definitely need more HP, and we can actually max out this node. Oh, and there's another one. And that extra HP does help these beginner stage Glonks stay alive longer and not lose health nearly as quickly. But if they were losing almost their entire health bar in one tick at the 3rd stage, then I feel like the 4th stage is gonna be really painful. If you lose sight of one even for a second, then he goes down super fast. But we're able to keep you focused, and there's a runner again. I guess he picked up bits on his own? Oh, how dare you take over the feeding! The runner killed the Glonk. But now we definitely need a faster spawn rate on the bits. Oh, blue bits. Give 3 times experience. Okay, there's a way to do it. Oh man, blue is becoming like the new natural state of Glonks because they take so much to feed. All right, both of them level up at the same time. We don't talk about the 3rd one. Oh, we're actually at the 4th stage of damage, which means that one instantly went away. And even at a full stage, well, not full stage, but like a level 4 Glonk, that was so much damage. But now we actually can get the blue bits, which of course have their own spawn chance, but hopefully with them, we can get to a max level Glonk sooner, or at all, I guess, because they can actually get even bigger. But with this, I think Glonk definitely needs a faster feed rate. Oh, there's the grab radius. Absolutely need that going on. And that feed rate is insane. Although I do hope the blue bits aren't too rare. Oh, there's one. Feed that in there, and not really seeing too much XP gained, but it's definitely helping. Really just gotta make sure these guys level up fast so we can get even more money gains, but I think we also just gotta dial in on one. Too bad it's just XP increase and not HP gain increase on those blue bits. But also, they really need to regenerate more on those feeding bits. But first, let's grab the grab radius, and then we can heal another one on feeding. So hopefully it should help us not have to move as far to feed these things. These hungry little monsters. I don't have kids, but I imagine it's like this, and then here comes the uncle to steal all the food. But that is a lot of money though, so maybe it is about how much you feed them. But we are getting them leveled up sooner, and we can just kick them back to the middle. Okay, there's the last stage, but we're actually over 1,000 money now in one round, which I think lets us get one of the ones up here. Okay, maybe not yet, but that reducing incoming damage would certainly be helpful. But we definitely need to give them more HP if they're going down in 2 hits at the 3rd, 4th level. This one, the unibrow level. So maybe we give them more HP twice, and then hold more bits. So we get one leveled up and then feed them a blue bit to get the other one leveled up. Not really sure if this is working, but I think it's working. And why do you gotta run right across where the Glonks are? That's so rude of you. But also you give me a lot of money, so I guess it's okay. Now there's so many bits floating on the screen. We probably can't even pick up a blue bit sometimes when we get one. But you're the big one now, so we'll focus on you. At the 4th level of damage, we are able to keep him alive longer, but even then he went down sooner than the others for some reason. But now, when a Glonk levels up, a random Glonk will get a cash out. That's gonna help. And also faster feeding, which is certainly doing numbers on how quickly they level up. And now they are only kicking out the green coins. But oh, okay, hold on. Stage 4, gotta lock in a little bit. Never mind. Locking out. I think we can actually max out the friend upgrade here. Well, maybe not yet, but they can heal each other a little bit more, and they can heal themselves a little bit more when we feed them. So hopefully that means they actually last more than like 5 seconds in stage 4. Although, are we getting some purple things now? I think the blue and red glow is overlapping, but it'd be cool if there was purple. Maybe do a little more for the healing part of it. Okay, we're about to hit stage 4, so let's just focus on the big guy right here because he's gonna have the most health. Ooh, or as soon as the feeding stops, goodness. So instead of just trying to brute force our way through stage 4 like this, we probably have to actually invest a little bit in some damage negation so we can reduce the incoming damage by 30. And then we'll get the blue bits a bit less rare with a slightly higher spawn chance. And then hold a few more bits. But where are the bits? Goodness, that went, wait. they're not taking damage. Oh wow, they can actually survive the first stage all on their own. Oh, that's awesome. I was wondering about what the damage multiplier on the stage, and even on stage 2, it's like nothing to them. That might be the only thing that we needed to survive stage 4. Maybe. Let's not get a little too excited yet. But we're about to get our first Glonk to the next level, and he is just super big. Whoop, and turning blue very quickly. So I think we can actually survive. We're healing him up nicely. Just gotta keep the bits coming in, and his friends are staying alive too. Not really sure if it's worth trying to heal them, but they actually made it. Oh my gosh, he is just ginormous. And there's a new hat, a little propeller hat. That is way too big for this guy's head. You know what, I like it. But now they get to be even, they can get too big. Couldn't even see what the guy looked like normally, but there we go. Oh, overfeed clone, get a Glonk after explosion. Oh, so they're starting to multiply. But let's max out the friend healing, get a few more bits. So this is what I was talking about with the damage multiplier. I wasn't sure if it meant that they were taking 30 damage or if it was like, you know, times 1 and then times 4 of the previous one, times 11 of the previous one, which would have been like 44 and so on and so forth. But no, they just get to take 85 damage because why not? But look at their giant hats. Oh, it's adorable. And they're about to become a little less adorable as they go on because that last stage that we saw was kind of excessive. But well, never mind that one. We just gotta see it for ourselves again. We're actually doing, okay, never mind. We're not doing so well keeping them alive anymore. Man, the bits were just like not there at all. We need a much faster spawn rate. There's also these green tokens that I have no idea how to get, but I think we'll just keep going. Would sure be nice if that jogger showed up again sometime, and that one went down so quickly. And so did that one, so I guess we can just focus on feeding one Glonk. Hopefully stage 4 doesn't one-shot him like last time. Or stage 3 will one-shot him. Okay then, definitely need faster feeding. And sure, more grab radius. And now we can actually max out the grab radius. Oh, and there's another one. I was wondering if there was gonna be one. But also, yes, faster spawn rate. The good news is we're actually able to keep all of them alive going into stage 3 now, even if they all die together. But yeah, faster feeding for sure, which is quite a bit faster. Oh, that's good. It can almost go through an entire stack just instantly. Although we are able to hold enough at once that they can get all the way to a level up pretty quickly. So that's good news. But their survival rate at tier 3 is not so great. So let's max out their healing here. And sure enough, there is another node. And then max out the feeding rate here, which there's another one. What are you talking about? I've always had just one Glonk. And we can actually get him leveled up. Oh my gosh, he's actually leveled up again. And he's feeding quick enough that he can stay topped up as long as we're good about this. Oh man, oh, it all went away at once. He was almost to the next stage. And he could probably make it there if we had more incoming damage reduction. So they should only be taking 25 damage per tick now, at least at the beginning stage. And that should help them survive 3rd stage more reliably. Whether or not they survive the 4th stage, I have no idea. Or maybe not. You know what, let's put this into more spawn chance on the blue. Dabba-dee-da-do, because I really want to see that maxed out Glonk. I don't know how big is too big, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty exciting and intimidating. They're also going through them so fast, I don't realize the hand is empty right away. Let's just focus on feeding one going into this, because he's the big one. And now we're at stage 4. But that was an entire bar of health, and then it was gone in an instant. So let's give them bigger health bars. So even though they're taking damage in the 1st stage, it is ticking down very slowly overall. But the spawn rate on the blue is looking good enough that some of these clusters have 2 little blue dots in them. So that's good news for getting them leveled up, which does replenish their health bar. But at the bigger levels, they definitely, oh yeah, that was not nearly enough health. And the fact that we could get a 4th one, I don't know if we can manage 4 of them. But I feel like if we do want to see that gigantic Glonk, then we're gonna need to just focus on one throughout, because getting them all to that stage is not easy. But that was almost 2,000 in one round. Because yeah, definitely need more reduced damage. And more spawn rate on the bits to max it out. Oh, and there's another one past that. And we can start to increase the grab radius more, which is still 25%. But at least with one upgrade here, then the grab radius is doubled. And now the damage reduction is good enough, they're not taking any damage. And there's the big guy again. Let's just give it all to him, because that's just an explosion of money. Now we do have a bit of catch up to do, because they didn't get any level ups between stage 2 and 1 of damage, but that overall damage reduction should help them survive to stage 4, but trying to keep them all alive is still a challenge. And there's a level up there. He didn't have the weird like glow as before, but now we can give them even more armor. All right, let's just focus on one Glonk and see just how big he can get. Sorry, you two, we got things that we need to do for science. And the bits that float right by him are super good at getting them leveled up there. And we should see it here in a little bit. There, whoa! He actually popped. Oh, I made a token, or a coin. That's how that works? Wow. What do we do with those? Is that something over here? Oh yeah, we get 5 of those and we can buy a hat. So we can make them wizard glonks or witch glonks. Which glonk is which? All right, we had our fun there. We'll max out the health node here. Sure enough, there's one more. And then get a few more bits that we can hold. And now I think we'll just go for broke here. They should be good enough to survive going to stage 4 of damage, as long as we don't overfill them so they pop, because I was not expecting that to happen. I thought the explosion thing was gonna happen like after the next one. But I guess that's how we get more glonks. So we'll get you all the way up to there, which is, oh yeah, look at the big rotund boy. Gotta give him a little space from his siblings so they can actually eat. But now we're at stage 4. So oh man. If we don't focus on the big one, maybe that's where things go south. But now we can give them 10 more HP when feeding. So we get the big one and then focus on him when we get to stage 4. I think that's how we win it. So there he is there. And then maybe we can get 2 by the time we get to stage 4. The runner is coming through, but we can barely hear him. And now we focus on the big guy. Ah, stop pushing him. You push him out of the way. Honestly, he was probably dead anyway. So here, we'll give them 500 more HP, and we can actually buy that twice. I would be really surprised if we lost a Glonk in stage 3 now. And there's a runner again, going straight across where the Glonks are. Why are you so rude like this and stealing all their food? But now the pickup radius is so big that we can actually just kind of keep this centered over a Glonk, and then it just floats right in there. So that's helpful. Okay, there's stage 3. We don't have a big one yet, but there he is. Now we just gotta keep feeding you. Hopefully you don't burst, but I think we can actually keep up with the damage. Oh, he actually popped. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Stay alive, stay alive. Get big. Good, good. Oh, he survived, even after popping. Another little statue, and we actually did get a token. 3,000 gold in that round. Hey, there's a hat. Wally would like this. That is just a big old shoe. But there it is. Get another Glonk after explosions. And there's more? It's flonking time? A flonk? What does that even mean? Well, let's just max out their armor, because they're probably gonna need it. And then max out holding 2 more bits right here, which sure enough, there is one more, and we can actually start leveling it up. But let's get a bit more blue spawn chance over here, as level 6 is 248 damage? What? Good thing you guys have 1,000 health and all that damage reduction. Also, the environments are getting really interesting. Like, it was mushrooms some time ago, but now we got like gems here. Okay, at the rate this is going, I feel like they're not gonna survive wave 3 or stage 3. But if we can just get them, yeah, you're dead. And you're dead. So even more HP. So the damage does look a lot smaller when we do that. And I guess ultimately if we can keep up on the healing, then it shouldn't matter if they blow up, because honestly, I'm not sure they're actually getting more health when they level up. I think them leveling up is just kind of a money thing. But we are back to them barely surviving stage 3. And by barely, I mean not surviving at all. But what the heck, we'll get a 4th Glonk in there. And then a little more grab radius. So we got 4 Glonks that we can bounce between. And as long as they're spaced out enough, it actually should be easy to bounce between them. And the cash outs they get after we level up one of them is very good. But wow, that feeding heal rate is not great. That is barely doing anything for them, and they're taking much more damage than that. And we can't really afford to upgrade the healing this time, so we'll just go with more HP. Thankfully, there's enough of these bits spawning that we can just stay with one Glonk and then feed him a whole bunch. But it doesn't really do a lot for their survival rate. Oh, but this one did get big. Just stay healing, and then we can explode him. So there he goes again as we're at stage 4, but look at the damage that he's taking. And that was a large puddle that he made when he eventually gave up, however you want to say it. So we can max out this grab radius. Oh, and there actually is another one. But here, let's max out the health here, and sure enough, there is another one. Getting 2,000 more each upgrade? Goodness. So I think keeping the Glonks in like a box pattern should make it easier for them to each get a healthy distribution of food. But my goodness, that healing rate is just nothing. It just all goes away as soon as they take a tick of damage, and that's before stage 3. So they are really being fed at a loss here. And then stage 4 hits, and it just goes so fast. But now we can actually afford to give them more health when feeding. The fact that this isn't even the max level and the damage is already getting insane really makes me nervous for what comes after. But it looks like the healing is actually doing some level of good. Whoop, okay, we're losing track of them. But all of this healing really isn't keeping up with them. At least it can get them to the next, stage of life. But I feel like the damage is actually quicker in stage 4 too. So should we start to feed them faster? 200% faster would be quite a change. Yeah, we'll do it. And then max out the blue crit spawn chance here. Hey, and there is another one. So how quickly do they feed now? 200% faster. It feels sort of similar, but I can definitely tell it is faster. It's just a matter of outpacing the damage. And doing that through leveling them up is, well, it's one way of doing it. But look at the coins they're producing too. Some are green, some are like cyan. Kind of like how they look right now. Just keep you leveled up until you burst so we can at least get another token out of it. Oh, and there actually was 2 of them. So that's one way of doing it, but they definitely need even more feeding speed. And yeah, holding more bits. How much you want to bet there's a 4th one that ends up right here? Now we're looking at faster feeding speeds. That is just instant level ups. And of course there's you again, running straight across the middle of all of them. Why can't you pop out red bits that these guys can feed on? At least you'd be looking out for your fellow Glonk here, but look at the healing right now. We're actually sort of matching the damage that happens in stage 3. And hopefully we can here. So they pop, and then we level them up pretty quickly. Oh, why was that one not feeding? We still got one. Just gotta keep up the heat. Never mind. So here, even more grab radius. And that actually maxed out. So all in all, that is 75, 50, 225% bigger grab radius? I think so. I don't even know how often we'll see that because we don't really feed a lot to them before they level up, at least not in these early stages. Although it's hard to tell when we have to dial in on just one of them right now because they're all staying kind of the same size and pretty healthy, except for, those 2 or 3. Okay, congratulations, you won the luck of the draw. Now we just explode you and then make sure to feed both of you, which doesn't really work out, but now we have 5 tokens, so we can actually buy a hat. Oh, it's random. Hey, pizza! It's like a pizza-colored dunce cap. I love it. If you don't know what that is, you did not watch enough Looney Tunes as a kid. But let's get 200% more spawn rate on these red things. Whoa, and there's green bits. 7 times experience. Okay, then. I wonder if that's like an instant level up for these things. There's a green bit right there. That almost got wasted, but it's still working. See, this is what the crown should look like for food places instead of just like a normal crown for Burger King. Just give him a burger, put it right on the kid's head so all his friends can laugh at him and call him Burger Head. Or the Burgermeister, that's his name. But now wow, that was just instant death right there. We were doing so well too. So I guess they need even more HP. And I think it's at the point now where we can only buy 1 upgrade at a time. Oh, just kidding, there's more blue spawn rate. And I'm not even really caring which one the food goes to, just wherever we end up by the time we pick up the bits. And for just buying the green bits upgrade once, we're actually seeing quite a few of them. Although we are seeing 3 of the blue bits in one group, which is good. We actually have 2 giant Glonks right here. Oh, that's awesome. But the healing definitely is not keeping up, and we need you leveled up quickly enough, and so all of you, whoop, almost lost the food. We got it going, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Oh, we actually made it. Pizza Head Glonk actually survived. Hey, a graduation cap. But who cares about that? Because it's flunkin' time. It's so weird. What do these things even do? They can fly? They are here to help? Flonk feeds? Wait, what? I don't know, but I want more of them. So we go in with 735 damage incoming. Oh, they feed the Glonks directly. Oh, that is a sight, I guess. Oh, they go and gather the bits and then bring them back. Well, that's fun. I don't think they're doing enough to outpace the damage. Can I feed them if they're being fed by Flonks? I am not sure Oh, I can. Okay, this just got a little weird. Just a little bit, but we can definitely make them feed faster. Problem is, they're also competing with us for the little bits to feed these things. So it's a little interesting that way. Now, just feed the big guy. So he pops, and then you got more to feed. And we're actually keeping them alive. Although I feel like, yeah, that was it. Although with these Flonks, we're actually starting to automate this process a little bit. But it's not good enough. They need more healing. And then more blue spawn chance. At least they start with some right away so they can just immediately get these small guys to level 2. So with these guys flying around, maybe it would be better to have all the Glonks grouped up. So they can always just fly out and then return to a point. And then of course, give them more HP. Okay, so they are surviving longer or long enough to level up purely because of how much health they have. But we are not keeping up with the damage, and this is only stage 2. At least we can pop that one and get some more tokens. Level you up a little bit more, and then just keep leveling up the 1. We'll just focus on the 1 for right now, so we can keep getting max health for just a little bit, but we actually didn't make it to stage 4 that time. So, more healing. I feel like there's gotta be one more upgrade for healing after that, and they actually have enough health now that doing the friend healing is not doing that much. But here, we can max this out, and sure enough, there is another one. 100 more when feeding, that's what we need, because their max health is actually looking nice. Although apparently it's not that nice for trying to survive this, but there's our 5th token again, so we can get another hat. But man, getting these guys to survive the stage 4 is really tricky. And now we're just dialing on 1 for half a second. Oh, this healing upgrade costs 10,000. Gross. Let's give them more max HP, and then let us hold more bits, and then see what we get for another hat. It's his pants. He's got pants on his head. Better than pants on the ground, I suppose. Although it looks like the healing is starting to keep up with the damage in stage 2. Just barely, though. And by barely, I mean not really. We're just relying on the delay in damage from leveling up. And sure enough, yeah, that damage does tick faster. So we should probably shove the food into their mouth faster, too. And then get holding a few more bits. Maybe we'll just focus on these 2 down here, and there he goes again, spitting out food that he didn't get, or spitting out coins for food that he didn't get. But now we actually have 2 Glonks that are getting to be a good size. Oh, that one just barely didn't make it. Well, at least now we can afford more armor reduction, or damage reduction by armor by 60. So now the health loss is actually something we can keep up with. And real talk, I kind of just want to focus on this one down here, because he can pop before stage 3 even begins, and then we can start leveling them up again and again. Maybe we can eventually get these things to pop twice. That would be exciting, but as long as the bits keep floating close to here, then we can keep upgrading or leveling, healing. Words, they're dead. Max out the bits here, and sure enough, there is one down here for 5 more at a time. But let's get more HP. Is there gonna be one past this? Okay, the healing speed is pretty quick now, so I think we can keep up with things just enough. We can actually get 2 of them to pop. Oh, that's amazing. But that means even more weak ones, or maybe not weak, but small ones that we have to level up. Oh, and they just didn't make it. I feel like we were halfway through here. Well, in any case, we can spin for another hat instead of the jeans. Hey, a sombrero, and more damage reduction. And also, this has been pretty cheap for a while, more blue spawn chance. So now I think they're at the point of just being 1 upgrade away from negating all the damage of this round. And we're able to get a lot of them leveled up, actually. Oh, but some are gonna go. Keep this one alive, at least. Or, you know, explode. I feel like just one of these upgrades would help us get through there. But for now, we'll max out the HP here, and there actually is one more. 10,000 more HP? These Glonks are getting crazy, and the next pink, like, trophy point upgrade gives them more HP based on how many hats we own. So I feel like from that point out, it would become all about the hats. What is this, TF2? But we're actually making it pretty far through stage 4 here. Just gotta focus on one, and I don't know which one. But we still have a lot of bits so we can feed him. Oh, we actually made it, yes! Max HP was all it took. And look at the flonks. I don't even know what they're doing. But we got a nice amount of money from that. And, ooh, that's a fun looking hat. Speaking of, every hat that we own gives them 1,000 more HP. And what? What is this? Ultra Feed, make Glonk way too big. What? Oh man, this needs 2 of them? I need it. And let's get even more damage reduction because we're definitely gonna need it as we're dealing with 2,194 damage. Holy moly. But honestly, it doesn't look like very much. Our healing is even worse though. So the only way these guys are gonna stay alive right now is if they can stay alive long enough to level up. But there's a pop there, and that should have caused an overfeed, I think. Or there needed to be another one to do that. If we just do as we did before, then we can actually make it to stage 4. But that health goes down so fast in stage 4. So we could keep buying health upgrades, but I think we need to work on our healing. And feeding this guy as much as possible. Look at all that money we're getting. 11,000 coins in total. Wow, and we can get a new hat, which means more HP. And it's a little fedora. He's a little gangster Glonk. But now we can buy the healing, even if it's only once. Although that should be good enough though. Honestly, it really isn't. We're just barely keeping their health in place. Although I will say the hat does look better on the big Glonks, I think. He's just looking like it's not always about the money, Spider-Man. But sure enough, yeah, that one healing upgrade is not enough. I mean, I guess 10,000 more HP is probably gonna be a good thing here. Oh, and we actually get to see how much HP is added from the hats. 10,000 just from the hats? That's really good. And we're blocking 330 damage. Good to know. Although all of that health makes the healing look very small. At least we can just grab a cluster of bits and then feed them to the Glonks just in time, but not for that one. But when stage 4 is here, they do survive a slight amount longer. But since they're reliant on XP primarily, let's just get the experience bits even more common on all accounts. And I think the big Glonks just need to be moved away from the small ones, just so the feeding can happen a bit more often. But here, cash out on overfeed. About time we got that. So we get you overfed, and then both of them, okay, I guess they might not have been close enough. So how close do they have to be then? Just barely saved that one, so we're up there. Never mind, we're down. But at least we can get back up to 12,000 coins for 100 more healing over here. Which I guess, yeah, the feed HP, is it only at 129? No wonder it feels like nothing. I thought we had more than that. It should be more than that. I'm not really sure, but we're able to keep them alive purely through XP all the same. Let's move you close to this other one so that still didn't give a cash out. Like for real, how close do they gotta be for that? Well, in any case, it's time for another hat, which means more HP. And it's a little Abe Lincoln hat that actually fits his head, kind of. Well, regardless, I could definitely use more armor and maybe more of these flonks flying around. So there's 3 of them, which certainly is splitting up the work, especially when they all end up going towards one Glonk. I don't know if they're meaning to, but that's what they end up doing. Okay, there I saw a cash out on the overfeed, and we can get 2 explosions, yes! So we actually have 3 Glonks going into stage 4, even if it's just barely. And this one's still alive. He's still alive, he actually blew up. And this one's still alive, we might actually get it. Oh, we actually got it! We got another little pink statue. That little celebration that the vlogs do though is so ridiculous, I love it. So now we just need one more to get this. And thankfully we can max out the armor node here, which thankfully opens up another one, but that is expensive. At least we can max out the blue bit chance here, which surprisingly does not have another one. But how crazy is the damage here? 6,500 and nice. I don't think this damage is nice. I also don't think the bits really spawn fast enough. Like sure there's a lot of them, but the fact that they're not available instantly is a little concerning. And 2 of them are already dead, and we're not even at stage 2 yet. This is probably gonna hurt quite a bit. Oh, I guess I forgot that we haven't maxed this out. But even still, that healing is absolutely not keeping up with the damage. And if they can't stay alive very long, then that means there's not money being made. But I guess the money gain is increasing with the level. Hopefully we don't need to do too much more upgrading to get there. Kind of running out of ideas on what to get here even, but probably more experience nodes. That's basically what these are now. Instead of just being little food bits, they're purely for leveling up. And one already died, we don't talk about him. We just focus on Big Chungus here, or he's gone too. But I guess we can hold 5 more bits if they ever decide to populate the screen. There we go. These little red bits don't really give enough experience to be worth it anymore, but they're the most popular thing. And that damage jump from the first level to the second is insane. I was just gonna drop to level 8 and then go through that because I know we can survive that a lot longer and get more money that way, but actually the timer is done. So now they're just getting a constant rate of damage. Or is it ramping up? What's going on here? I mean, we could just farm coins here if we wanted to. There's another explosion, and I guess he died. But as long as we keep one of them alive, then theoretically, we could just farm coins infinitely. Because there's another one and another coin. This Glonk will survive through the generations. But this actually makes it a way better way to farm money than I thought it was gonna be. I thought we'd have to struggle with the timer again. Okay, there's coin number 11. I think we can be done here, earning 12,000 there. So we can actually roll twice for new hats. And the first one is a dog, and the second one is just a little beanie, looking like he's wearing a sock. And there's also just the evil mastermind hat. I kinda wanna see this for one go. But now we can actually afford more armor, blocking 550 damage, which will definitely help them survive here. I think we'll just sit here a little bit because we're gonna need a lot of money for upgrades to survive that next level. Okay, I think the damage actually is ramping up because we are certainly not able to do this consistently, since that is just a lot of damage being taken that we cannot make up for, but we can just, I guess, feed the runner to close this out. And all the flonks actually kept this one alive. Good job. For a little bit, but here, let's just get more hats. And it's a strawberry, big ol' strawberry. But with 22,000, we can afford another health upgrade here, or HP upgrade rather. And I think the flonks feeding faster, again, so we can see how the healing does here. They can definitely get 3 of them leveled up instantly, so if we had a 4th, then that would be really good, just for guaranteeing the survival of some of them. The health is starting to be a bit more noticeable when it comes back, but the damage is even more noticeable. Surprised this guy survived 2nd level here. And there's the runner again, so let's try to keep these guys alive as he just showers us with coins. And we're into stage 3, and that is, oh, he survived. Just a little bit more, come on, keep leveling up, keep leveling up. Can we get to level 4 here? Or stage 4? I think we are. Oh, he's alive still. Keep it going. Oh no, we actually almost made it. Got a nice amount of money out of it. So let's give you 10,000 more HP. Okay, so now we can actually survive this level for quite a deal longer, which is good because the money gain is higher. We just gotta make sure we have a lot of bits stored up that we can constantly feed to one of them. Although our money gain doesn't seem to be as good if the runner doesn't show up, but at least we can get more hats. And it's a fishing hat. Honestly, I think my favorite is still the crown. That's just adorable. And flonks feed faster, and probably fly faster too. So that's just the first level of these little glonks automatically. Makes me feel better about it. I also meant to buy a 4th one, but we can just worry about that the next time because these guys are definitely not surviving. And now we can get a 4th one. Oh, that's actually max level there until we go to the next node. So it should be a flonk for each of the things, but of course 2 of them went towards 1, so it doesn't really pan out every time. I feel like the spacing out of the glonks is still gonna be a winning strategy here, even if we're just focusing on 1. But now, when they take damage in stage 3, that's only about 1/3 of their health. Then we just gotta separate the twins at birth. And stage 4 is about half, so we gotta be quick, but the damage is even quicker. So at least we can afford more HP. And ultimately, it does kind of come down to what order the bits end up in, because if it's all red bits before the actual good stuff, then that's a bit of a problem. But I guess with that comes the necessity for the, like, rareness upgrades. And the new hat here is a save icon, because that's probably how you kids remember it. So on that note, let's put more towards the green rarity here, and we can actually max it out. And of course, there's one past it. Maybe their little hats will keep them safe. Although it's hard to tell because these little guys are pretty floppy. Although we did get that one to pop really quickly, so I think the extra experience chance is definitely helping. Oh, and that guy actually survived quite a while for being as blue as he was. So there's a pop. Oh, why weren't they feeding? Them being so close together after exploding is kind of a hindrance. But let's spin for another hat. And what is this? He's a little king. Kudos to you if you know that reference. More HP. And maxing out the feeding speed here. And of course there's one past it. I gotta say, the little Glonks have quite the high flying speed now. And it's not the one that we've been necessarily upgrading that much either. But the fact that we can get quite a few of those Glonk coins from a single round is kind of crazy. Okay, there's only one left. That makes our job easy. So everybody gets to feed him and keep him alive, but then he's gonna explode or just die. We actually almost made it that time. So more HP here. And that is the last of the HP upgrades. So aside from hats, that's as much as they can get. Which I mean, a good 17,000 of that is hats. Maybe that'll be enough. Okay, this is kind of surprising. We're going into stage 4 and we actually have 3 Glonks now. Well, we did. We just need everybody feeding this thing. But of course they don't feed him quick enough. And to cover up this hairdo, we have, hey, a cowboy hat. Yeah. Yeehaw, little dude. All right, I think it's time we got another healing upgrade here. I feel like there might be one more past this, and I sure hope there is. Although the feed HP is not going up as much as it should be, honestly. It's nice now, but the math doesn't add up. Although that little bit of healing might just be enough, especially with everybody feeding him. Or maybe it wasn't. So let's just max it out, and sure enough, there is another one for 300 more when feeding, but that costs 20,000? At least we can spin for a few more hats. Some of those seem really big. Oh my gosh, it's a blobfish. These things are so stupid, I love them. Or we can just make Vikings. Nah, blobfish all day. I don't care how ugly the real ones are, the cartoon ones are adorable. I sure hope we don't need that 200 extra healing or 300 extra healing, whatever it was. It looks like we can keep up with the damage pretty well in stage 1. And I'm still not sure if the feeding heal stat carries over to the flunks, but we are in stage 4 and leveling this guy up pretty quickly, so hopefully it's enough. Okay, he's small again, which means he's quick to level up. And we actually got it, we did it! Blobfishes for the win, I'll give credit to that. That's 2 of the statues there, which means we can go all the way up here to this one, ultra feed, and then make the Glonk way too big. Oh, what's gonna happen? Okay, we have one little Glonk, and then we just go ahead and feed it. And look at that. He's not worried about no health drain or nothing, but we really have to feed this one, I guess. All those stacks do nothing for leveling this guy up super quickly, but it's a good thing that we have all the upgrades that we do for the little green bits to be more frequent. Oh, and there's a flunk. Hey, you mind helping out here? Or you're just gonna sail on past? Okay then. Well, you're there again. Help out here. We can't even move this one. He's just not in the middle. Oh, there's you. We can't even feed you. This little Glonk is just living his best life with a full banquet of bits all to himself. But now he's at the unibrow stage, and it is taking so much more to feed him, but there is just such a constant flow of bits that we can just leave this here. So now he's a big old Glonk. Look at that happy little face. Little compared to the rest of his body, I guess. But I feel like this is gonna take even more bits to get him maxed out here. And I guess this might mean that he doesn't explode, but something happens. The traffic in the area is picking up. Almost there. And here he goes. Whoop, there's 3 right there. Oh. Okay. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh boy, there it is. Hey, look at that. There he is. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, and yep, should have seen that coming. We did it. We finished Glonk. The team in order of height. That's just rude. But that was a lot of fun. Oh, what the? The screen is about a little bit. I think Yeah, the filters reset for whatever reason, but we did it. And I guess this means that we can replay the last bit if we want. Oh wait, this is the upgrade tree. But that was a lot of fun. Feeding the slime to ridiculous levels and then making lots of money while doing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Glonk. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern.